Hey folks, I'm out here getting ready to go out on the water on this beautiful, gorgeous early autumn day. It's not quite autumn yet, but to me, autumn starts, September 1st. Summer to me is June 1st through August 31st. So, in my opinion, we're in autumn, but we're pretty close. Anyway, I wanted to show you all something that I have discovered that I can use to carry goods on in the Alden 18 rowing shell. In this container here, which is called a, where is that? Hefty high rise. You know, I've got a couple of military ponchos in there, those kind that you can snap together. You know, some extra line, warm clothes. You know, just you name it, it's probably in there. I'm kind of like a Boy Scout when it comes to stuff like that. So I like having things along because I do put in some long mileages out. You can get out into some very wilderness-like areas on this waterway here. So that's just, you know, and here's what's nice about using the Hefty high rise. I'll show you here. Pardon the camera angle for a second as okay, now I have placed it in the boat, and it just fits right in. You'll see how on the towards the front, towards the bow, you know, it just the lip just fits right on the deck of the boat like that. And then the other end you angle down, and on the Alden 18 you got these little clips where you like right, I don't know if you can see this or not, where you clip the oar master in with the spring clips. And of course they got this position towards the bow in case you put two oar masters in here. And but you can see how just setting the Hefty high rise, it just sets right against the clip. So it just takes about 2 seconds to set it in there, and it doesn't move around ever. I've been in relatively rough water, and what's wonderful about this is it gives you a wonderful place to lay back on the water and unload your back. You know, sometimes I'll put a jacket on it, or I've even used my Nalgene bottle for a pillow. And typically I'll ship the oars just like they are right now if I'm doing a breakout on the water. And then I'll just lay back, and I can really unload my back, rest very comfortably. And sometimes I'll put my legs over the top of the oars, kind of raise the knees up by doing that, or sometimes I'll just leave my feet down in the boat, depending on how much I want to stretch out. But yeah, so it's like a dual purpose thing. It gives you a wonderful way to carry gear. Takes you about 2 seconds to set it in the boat, and it doesn't move around. And most wonderfully, it's a spot where you can stretch out on the water and kind of take a nice break without having to, you know, come to shore or something if you want to stretch out your back. So just thought I'd show you that, and looking forward to my row today. You know, I might mention I've been greasing the oar locks, and I talked to Karen at Adirondack Rowing, Adirondack Rowing. I'm butchering the name. She said they usually just leave theirs clean, and yeah, I'm gonna edit this part out because I'm butchering it. Anyway, I cleaned all the grease off of them, so today I'm gonna try with no grease, and I'm probably gonna edit that part out. Bye bye for now. I wanted to mention a couple other things to you. Today I'm doing an experiment. I've been greasing the oarlocks, the shafts of the oarlocks with Vaseline. That seemed to work okay for a while, but then it seemed to kind of get sticky and had kind of the opposite effect of lubricating. And I talked to Karen at Adirondack Rowing back east there, and they do supply, in fact they supplied the bushings I have, those white nylon bushings. They have replacements for this boat, and they got some of the new style composite oarlocks as well. At some point I'll probably get some. Anyway, getting off track here, she said they don't generally grease or lubricate their oarlocks, and so rather than keep adding lube every single time I row, because like I said, it seems to have kind of turned on me and started getting sticky, I've cleaned it completely off, and this is an experiment. So I've kind of burnished the bronze shafts of the oarlocks with some real fine sandpaper, and cleaned all the grease off out of the bushings and everything, and we'll see how it goes with zero lube. So this is a big test for me. I also have been lubing my sleeves of the oars in this area here, because it seemed like it was starting to squeak, but she also mentioned she don't generally hear of folks doing that. So I've also cleaned all the grease off of the sleeves on the oars. So this, I'm going to try that as well. And then real quick, I wanted to kind of show a little more on this dolly system I use. This is just a simple, furniture dolly, and clamp it to the lip of the boat with C-clamps. I've got a couple of like 1x1 pieces of oak, and they're bolted to, you can see how I cut a notch out of the dolly foot and bent it over, and then I just bolted the little 1x1s there, and they just pivot, and that works wonderfully. I can just pick up the bow of this boat and roll it in and out of the water, roll it up to the car, place the bow up on the rack, and then pick up this back end and slip the boat on the rack. I have a video where I show I'm doing that. But anyway, that's really slick, just a kind of a hillbilly method, if you will. I'll tell you what, I'll sign up. Okay, I know I'm getting a little long-winded here. So I've removed the dolly from the shell. I'm getting ready to go rowing, but here's the dolly. It's just a regular dolly. I've got some pipe insulation that I wrap the handle where it hits against the hull of the boat, and this cord is where I throw that over the deck of the boat and tie it to the other handle over here and loop that over the deck. And there's my 1x1s that pivot where I cut a notch out of the foot of this, the deck of this dolly, and folded it down so I could bolt and they just pivot. And there's the C-clamp. So anyway, I wanted to show you that. Works very well for me. It's inexpensive dolly that's very, very effective. So I'm going to go rowing now, and thank you very much. Bye-bye for now. Okay, I'm back from rowing. That was a wonderful row today. I only did 4 miles today. Usually I do 7 or 8 or sometimes more. Anyway, went very well. The water at one point built some artifacts up. I call them artifacts. Some swells, some chop. I enjoy that, a certain extent of that, and it was just perfect. It's smoothed right off now, so no artifacts on the water. But anyway, yeah, I've got some follow-up to do on the greasing situation, but I'm running out of data storage on the phone, so I'll follow up with that. Got some good information there, so I'm signing off for now, and I'll add some to this, okay? Bye-bye for now. Okay, just a follow-up to yesterday's video. I just got back from my row today. I did do about 8 miles today, and it was pretty excellent. A little breezy, but it wasn't too bad. Just added to the workout on the way back. I was rowing into the wind. Quick follow-up on greasing the oarlocks and the sleeves on the oars. So I had cleaned all the grease off of the sleeves on the oars. It did not work. They were just really dragging in the oarlocks, squeaking loudly. I had lip balm on me, so I put a real thin coat of lip balm, which eliminated that. What I think I need is new sleeves. I think I mentioned I spoke to Karen over at Adirondack Rowing, and I've spoken to her and Pete in the past. They're a very excellent outfit over there, so if you ever need to talk to somebody that's very experienced and really knows rowing and equipment, and they also sell gear there, I'll tell you what, I'll leave the link to their business in the comments below the video. And but yeah, I'm going to check with Karen over there at Adirondack Rowing, see if they got sleeves. They probably do. I think what's happened is they've weathered, got kind of pitted. It's kind of hard to tell with my, low quality video. But I think that's why they're not running real smooth in these bronze oarlocks, because the bronze oarlocks are very smooth, and and I think what's happened with these, I also cleaned all the grease off of the shaft, and that's worked very well. And so I think what was happening, I've deduced that when I was putting a heavy coat of grease on the oar sleeves, I was using Vaseline, putting it on very thick, and when it was heating up, it liquefies, and it was running down the oarlock into the bushing along the shaft there. And so then that started squeaking, which led me to believe I needed more lube down there. So I started pulling the oarlocks out and greasing the shafts, and that just made it worse. So bottom line is, I'm going to follow Karen's advice and not grease the shafts. So it's just the bronze against the nylon bushing. And unfortunately, I'm going to have to keep greasing the sleeves on the oars, so I'll put it on very, very thin. Hopefully I won't get any down in here, cause that problem anymore. And then, like I say, meanwhile, I'll see if I can get some replacement sleeves. And I don't know if many of you rowers out there use mirrors, but these cheap bicycle mirrors have worked out very excellently. You can see I've got them wired on solidly. So really the only moving part is the mirror itself. They had come with Velcro straps, but I wanted them real tight, so I used some 12 gauge copper wire, and I've got one on either side, and that works wonderfully for me. Took some getting used to, and getting my aim on them just right. But anyway, yeah, so that works very well. So that's my quick follow-up, and I look forward to maybe doing some more videos. And in the meantime, thank you. And if anybody's got any advice on any of these problems I'm running into, let me know. I'd be happy to hear from other rowers out there, okay? Thanks for watching, folks. Bye-bye.